Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight.
Hello and welcome back to the fourth and final part of our Vampire Knight all melee all the time SOVL run, which is super cavalry heavy as it turns out. So yeah, we got two fantastic units of Skeleton Knights now. They're pretty much there. I think can I get them up to full size, that one? Can't tell who they're accompanying anymore. No, that's 10 of 10 with him plus. Okay, so we can't patch the hog, but never mind, that'll do. The Dread Knights will fix along the way. We've got opportunities. Now for this bit, we want to navigate our way through the campaign map. We want to think about how we want to approach this. We want to end up here, so after the final row of shops, generating any more gold is pretty much pointless. There's no fights after there, rather it's a choice between random events or the campsite. The random events could be good, but 99 times out of 100 you just want the healing and XP that a campsite can afford you, so you can be max strength before you go into the final boss. So yeah, we're pretty much locked into this path. The only other thing you might consider is, I mean, you could take 2 random events and hope one of them is a battle, but you get 3 experience by doing this anyway, so that's probably the best bet. You can also game out in advance how much XP you need and whether or not anyone can level. So you can have a look. So the Vampire Knight will just get 3 points of experience. So 1, 2, 3, and will level regardless. So fine. Same with the White Lord. They'll just level up, no healing. The Bone Dragon will get 2 XP from the fights for free, and then will level and you can just take healing at the campsite. The Skeleton Knights will level after the next battle, and then there's no way they'll level again. So don't worry about it. Just heal to max. I don't think there's anyone where these Skeleton Knights, to get to level 8, they need 4 XP. The only way they'd get there is they take all 3 experience. So when you get to the campsite given a choice, you'll immediately receive a round of healing for everyone. And you can choose between either a point of experience or a second round of healing. So if you took the point of experience for those, they would actually get up to their level 8, which is pretty incredible for a non-character. But there's not really anything left in their levels that we want. They might get a slightly better stronger summons, but I think it would just be a point of movement at this stage. So I think healing would just be, if we're full HP, fine, we might as well go for it. If we're not, then we'll consider the healing. I mean, we might want the extra guys to come in. You could get 16, that's incredible. Otherwise the Dread Knights will get there and get nothing else. And the zombie, so the giant as well, could benefit from the experience from leveling. So that's, just bear in mind, the Withered Monstrosity and the Grim Walkers here maybe don't want to take too much damage because we want them to be able to level up. We'll see what we kind of get away with. Have a look at what the random event is. Mercenaries, absolutely not. Why would we want a bunch of, I mean, they're a fantastic unit, City Guard with their kind of a combined ranged and melee unit there, but not for us. They're not cavalry, they're not dead, so they don't count. So we'll just go straight into that first elite. So Dagwick. Oh, you gave us a lot of trouble last time. Let's see if we do any better this time. Now the elites in Act 3, I believe, are much the same as the elites in Act 2. So at this point, if you've beaten the Act 2 boss and you've gotten to this stage, you should be able to handle them relatively effectively. A little baby unit of, I'll put you maybe there, so you can kind of flank round. And then the dragon will fly off, so you can kind of be behind it in position. So yeah, we need a mortar we want to get onto, but otherwise it's much like my army, it's almost all cavalry. I have to go first, which is a bit annoying. I'd rather they start moving so I can outposition them. In terms of their ranged output, it's just the mortar, and these 2 light cavalry have a bit of ranged damage there. Where's their command? There it is, the Knight Commander's in that batch. And we have an Imperial Wizard on a Griffin who can throw around a Radiant Shield. We'll probably just kill that fairly easily. I'm not going to skip phase, that'd be insane. So let's just instead, and I guess I'll just do this first because you're not going to be able to move until these start moving. 2 wounds on the bat, still 2 wounds left. Obviously I'd love for the bats to side charge those, but we need to figure out where those wind up. I'm probably going to have to move preemptively and think about where they go to catch them. I guess I'll just trundle the zombie giant first, they can tank some damage for us. Good, if they move everything on one side it makes it much easier for me to outposition them. So 3 wounds, I can fix that with reanimate in a second. So I can flank you here, I can easily flank this, just need this to wind up somewhere so I know I can get into its side, and I'm golden. Well, if I know I'm going to use you to kill those, I might as well just do this now. Get behind here so that I can't possibly be bothered by anything on that end. It's good for me. Yeah, if they see them, nothing can bother me. Use your flame breath while you're here, Doomscale. Still visible. Do I want to spell something now? Why not? I think we'll use Unholy Vigor on this one. I think I want the extra movement to outposition these. Mortars shooting at my giant. Ouch, or 3 wounds, that's pretty bad. But also being healed, it seems. You've moved. I need to wait to see where that goes to flank it. I'd also love for these to still be active because they'll come forward. Or we're going to probably have to do a lot of head-on charging here, I'm afraid. I'll win this flank because I'm putting all my resources into outpositioning them, but the other ones might be tricky. We also have the problem of, yes, I can easily outflank them with the bats. However, once they get to here, I'd have to put the bats here to do this, which is fine, but it makes it completely impossible for anyone else to achieve anything from the flank unless I can accidentally hit them with the dragon, which is funny. I guess I may as well. I could put the bat up here, flee, and then easily flank charge them with something later. Just use the bat as a distraction piece. What a terrible idea. We'll just come to here. If they want to charge and hit me, that's fine. I need them to come forward a bit though, because the dragon can't quite reach them yet, so maybe something like this. But obviously we can reach them. The downside to this is that you get double flanked, so you can't actually flee because they'll hit you and they'll hit you. So no, this doesn't work. I need to wait for them to move first. Let's just stall with something else. I'd rather not stall with this, so let's just back up a touch. That doesn't work. Okay, just stand where you are. Let them come to you. Good, I know where that is now. I can pretty easily get around it and hit that inside, which would be lovely. That'll be your job. Because I don't think you have the movement, I'm afraid. You won't get there. So yeah, if I put you here, try and get away from anything they could charge, get as far up here as you can. Like so. Well, if they come, that's not too big a hassle. Just waiting for these 2 annoying units to move so I can beat them. Doing a really good job of holding me in place. You'll handle this. Giant didn't actually reach that, so I guess I would have you charge into them. You can easily beat 5 knights, that's trivial. So on the presumption that they'll come forward, I guess I'll put you here. Far enough such that they won't be able to catch me, maybe, like this instead. I can easily reach them, so you don't need to Unholy Vigor there. If I just do this, I think I'll be out of their way when they come forward and not have to worry about them too much. So I'll just come as far as possible as I can this way so they can't see me. And I'll use Unholy Vigor on myself to increase my charge radius. I did what I thought, so I can see them, and I think I can draw a line of good. So you'll flank that, you'll flank that. You haven't come forward yet, which is annoying, so now I'm going to have to make a choice. Either I'm going to have to come forward here and get onto the mortar, or come forward here and hope they move. They might hedge their bets and stop me, which is going to be annoying, but I just have to try. You'll deal with that, you deal with that, and then I guess you will take that head on, so 1 head on charge. You can easily get to the other side and just square up with the griffin. If it charges me, so be it. I can't do anything about that now. They moved first. Excellent, that's great news for me. They've moved into a position where I don't think they can... Yeah, that's their line of sight, so they can't see anything. Which makes it very easy for the bats to do this. Fantastic. The bats get what they want, and then you're just going to stand there. Okay. If they did it the other way around, I wouldn't be able to do that, but they foolishly went first there. Okay, so I'm going first. I need to think about this carefully. I can only intercept once per turn, so let's charge in things that they can't interrupt first. Or is there anything I need to do first before they can stop me? No, because if they did that, I can easily stop them by holding that in place. So let's do this first. I could actually take them on. I could take on the Knight Commander and break them. Then if I do that, they then get countercharged by this. So now I have to hit the light cav. They hit me there, which is fine, because we now intend to intercept you with that unit, which can't be stopped. You're going to hit me there, which I'm happy to take head on. And I'm going to intercept this one. And they're going to take on the Griffin. Fine. We've only got 2 wounds apiece. This might be a bit grim, but never mind. Not much for you to do. I'll just have you charge towards the mortar. Have these flank that one, of course. Nothing for the back unit Dread Knights to do. So we've engaged everything except the mortar and this unit. So I guess that's what you wheel around to counter. This is good. This is good. Perfect. I've completely outpositioned the enemy army. The mortar used its turn but couldn't reach anything because I was stuck behind them, so wasted. Great. Bone Dragon's down to almost no HP, so probably a good time to heal you now. Let's not make that mistake again of accidentally killing it by being stingy. Okay. If you've moved to there, it's very trivial for me to flank charge you later, so just going to have you step away for a touch. You'll use Radiant Shield on yourself, so you reroll your saves. You might as well use this now. Not really anything else you're going to be doing. You're in the same boat. Go ahead and get all of your extra attacks while you can. And you'll just reanimate, which I haven't used on this yet, so yeah, sure. Rather unholy vigor. There's something left, the giants, so that you weren't targeted by the mortar. When these break next turn, I'm not going to have anything I think that can get onto it in one. I don't think I'll be allowed to squeeze through there. Even with the extra movement from Unholy Vigor, I doubt this would work. I'd go 3 further forward and have 3. No. So just get to there and then you can maybe catch it at a later date. Yeah, so they hit me 3 times. They're only power 4 because they don't have lances, they have only hand weapons, so yeah, pretty pathetic in terms of damage output. They take a load of hits, power 6. Yeah, that's dead. Dread Knights, better than Imperial Knights. Is the... What kind of name is that? Aralyn. Aralyn. There's no damage to the bats, not surprising. The Griffin, however, hits once and does a wound. We've got 2 each, so we're actually still in it. We do 8 hits, but they get to reroll their saves, so I'm not expecting a lot of damage. Yeah, 1, which is a draw. Without the reroll saves, I would have done 4 wounds and probably broken them. Over here, Seraphina does a wound. Doomscale munches some horses. They do nothing in return because we're defense 7. Oh yeah, Greater Reanimate makes us power 8 defense 7. Incredible. This won't be too difficult. We'll flank them. They get a good save though. 2 hits, it's enough to kill a skeleton. Ah, I lost 1. Fine, you're going to get Greater Reanimated. This will be pretty easy. No damage. Win by quite a bit. I hope that's probably far enough to get them off the field. Good, so you can now recharge those. And then showing Light Cav who's boss. Vengeance for you shooting me. And all the bats survived. Good, I can just recharge that and kill it. Would I rather Dragon be freaked? No, because if he turns to face this, I can easily get around it. So that's a... Okay. Alright, never mind. I'll skip that then. I'll see if they run away on their own. Nothing can reach the mortar, I'm afraid, so I'm just going to have to do... I can't declare a valid task for that target to hurt the bat, so you'll have to take this. I'm not going to put them in the side, there's no point, and I'll just wait to see where they move to recharge them. Mortar's going to shoot something. Oh, you're going to die. Yeah, 3 wounds, I can't heal it. Unfortunate. Well, I was going to use it on this anyway, so don't worry. Do you want to use... Yeah, I think I'll use it on... Well, they can easily get to it anyway, that actually achieves nothing, so... I suppose if I wanted to get a unit onto the wizard, because the bats are probably going to lose this eventually, so you can easily get to here, but if I wanted to have one of you catch this, what I suppose I should do is Unholy Vigor these, because I could get them around into the site. Now, even then, I think my best bet is actually getting them to there. So I'll just, yeah, they're still the best target because I don't need it for anything else. Instead, I'll put you deal with the irritating mortar. So. And eventually you'll come around and hit the bats for me. Let them deal with the mortar. Good, they've rallied. Doesn't make much of a difference. It's actually kind of difficult to outposition them because I can move through enemy units with flying units, but I can't twist through them. So getting into a better position is almost impossible. Let's instead... Okay, I'll have the dragon come over and burn it to death because it's only got a single wound. So let's instead try and draw your attention towards this so I can recharge them with a unit of... Yeah, I can't... How do I get around? I just have to do 180. Can't do that. How do I escape this mess? I just do this, come forward a bit, and then do this. There we go. Strange, but never mind. So you get to that. Hopefully I can trick them into turning this way. You then come over here. We... Double 1, that's annoying. Don't roll 2 5s. I got rid of them. And then spells. I could Greater Reanimate them now. I think I'll wait for them to charge in and see what happens. Yeah, they've already been buffed by, I don't need extra speed, so don't worry about that. So I'm just going to hold on to that for a moment. And then you're going to get into a position to, well, if they turn that way, I mean, this should be fine to catch them wherever they wind up, really. Just going to preempt it. See, well, they can't move this turn, can they? So just that'll do. Bats, it didn't, no, only one use of Radiant Shield? I thought they had more. I'll use a bat. Fine. Oh, they did use both. Fine, you got me. I didn't see it happen in their turn. That's both the uses of that. We win again because they can't attack backwards. Right. You're going to have to take the Griffin on, that's fine. Because the character can only hit our White Lord, who will just win. It's just a question of whether or not the Griffin eats one of the Skeleton Knights. I do hope that doesn't happen. Everyone else is okay. We'll allow these to make a fool of themselves. Like so, perfect. Even better, I could probably put the large unit of Dread Knights into their back. Let's do this instead. Will I have another turn to use heal if I use it now? The only reason I haven't yet is because they've got 2 attacks, so theoretically, in a nightmare scenario, the mortar could kill one. I think that's a bit of a push. Let's see if I can reach these already. Oh yeah, easily, you can get to that, no problem. So I'm just going to come over here, do some damage instead. Just increasing the likelihood they have less ranks, and I'll go ahead and do this now, just in case there isn't an extra turn to this game. Yep, so we get our one guy, dead guy back. Well, you understand, dead in, you grasp the context. More dead than they were at the start of the battle. And then you don't have to worry about moving this because you're just going to be stuck when you get intercepted. Okay. It's a draw in the challenge, that's a bit embarrassing. And you're dead. Ha 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 ha. We took 1 wound. No losses, excellent. Do we lose 1 to the mortar? It hits twice, it does 1 wound, we got away with it. Could you imagine double 1? In you go. We just skip the rest. The only thing that might hurt me here is that somehow the Knight Commander hits backwards. It shouldn't be possible. But, I mean, how exactly enemy characters hitting backwards works is unclear. They shouldn't, but we'll just see what happens. Any spells you want to use? No. We're done. Same deal with you. So me hitting them, load up. They don't. Fine. It works this time. Piece of cake. The giant. The mortar has just enough power to make it save on 3+, so quite effective at killing the giant when it rolls really well. I'll have to fix that. I get 3, okay, 4 is not bad. Right, levels. The Skeleton Knights have leveled. Unit size 3. We're not going to get to the really, really good ranks of stronger summons, which are later, so instead I'm just going to take the extra unit size and benefit from that. The bat's leveled again. Skill or attacks. I think I definitely want the skill at this point. Almost everything we encounter will be 4. So, well, it makes me more durable. It means I hit things more effectively than a skill 3. I think my damage output is good enough without the extra attack, so on balance, yeah, this is the way to go. And the other bat's leveled. You could have, I mean, I don't really care about those, so I guess I'll have the 5th one. It's going to be a bit unwieldy, but better than nothing. And the Dread Knight's leveled. More move speed is, I think, better than each of these. The replenishment wouldn't be a terrible idea because I'll get 1 back from this, 1 back from the next battle by pressing the heal, and then a heal twice at the campsite, so 4 in total. So that would get me there to exactly 11 if I took no damage. If I took, I could do the move speed, or I could take replenishment now, and then all that really lets me do is take gold a couple times. So no, I'd rather the move speed, and just presume I'm going to be pressing this a lot. And this unit of knights leveled. Also the move speed. Again, replenishment would be nice, but I can get all 3 back without having to worry too much. So you're full HP, don't worry about it. You're fine for now. We can add the extra knights later. You're maxed out. You can heal. 11. That's fine because when I go to the campsite, I'll get 4 because I don't. I'm assuming I'm not going to bother leveling them because there's not enough value in the last one versus just having more. So I could just take 2 now, but then you lose the gold for the shop. So that we'll take the gold, you're fine at 11. You're going to heal and you're going to heal, because that's not great. Okay, 570, good. I think we came out with slightly, yeah, this is the issue. How far can I stretch a unit of bats? You are capped to 4. So the extra guy back there gets 1 attack. It's not really worth it. 4 is the optimal size for a fell bat unit. There you go. That's tested. I don't think, no, not a lot of opportunities to see a 5 strong unit of bat, so good to know. Shadow Master itch. Well, that's really, for one attack, you've made it much harder to get behind things and flank, and it's easier to be intercepted. Probably not worth it. You have 2 extra wounds for ablative purposes, but that's, I mean, you could have had, we got pretty unlucky with the Night Fangs here. They'd be up to 4 wounds like their Dark Fang cousins. Instead, they're stuck down at 2 the whole game. Never mind. You can come around and flank the sides again. Well, I guess you would actually be preferable for that job, because you can fit there and defeat anything in a straight battle. And then instead I could have you here. There'll be something fast to catch on the side, surely. You can go there and you can fly over the woods. You can there because you can fly over that. And then that's good for you. And what am I doing with the zombie giant? Good question. Yes, that'll do. They will have some shooting, surely. Yes, they've got flamers, and those are the biggest problem. I guess that's what you're going to be killing. They're going to shoot something. Can I really stop them? Not really. They'll probably hit the Dread Knights. Worst case scenario is I lose 3 and spam greater reanimate on them to put them back. Just going to pass a bunch. See where these go. I have better movement than them, so if I just take a step back, I can charge into them without them charging me. I now have to go. They'll trundle forward and not achieve a whole lot. So I can use this as a benchmark for what a safe place to stand is from these melee units. So I guess I'll just have you come forward for now. Good, that's moved. It makes it easier for my bats to get over here once these waste their turn. Shall I go with the plan of having you step backwards and then charge into it? I could probably flank it. Actually, I could very easily flank it by putting that there. Oh, well, no, I won't legally be able to fit a unit. I need them to either come further forward or go further back. If I run backwards here, they'll come forward and I can probably hit them in the side. I think that's the way to go. The way to go about it. So I'm just going to have you come backwards here. Well, you need to not do that because they'll only move as far as they need to get into range of you, so it will lure them out. They can't reach us, good. And then eventually I'll just have you twist and preemptively come over here to deal with them later. Good, I know where they are. That's a very easy flank for me now. There's no way anything here. Well, they'll try and fit through, so just move the minimum distance to get there without being caught by anything foolishly. There we go. They miss every shot. Ha 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 ha. Now they're going to try and fit forward. I'd like the dragon to come over here and start roasting these because they're very fragile and you can do a lot of damage to them. I'm going to wait for them to come forward and get out of their stupid wooded cover area. So who do I want to get onto what is the question. Let's have you squeak backwards now because we already know that's the plan. I'm out of range of the monstrosity. I mean, if I'm lucky, he'll come forward, which is a bit annoying. I might have to wait for him to go first. Let's flank this monstrosity then. I'll do this. Oh, that's an easy flank charge there. Annoyingly, that means he's not going to come very far forward to reach me, so I'll have to just charge him with the dragon, I think. Yeah, easily reached. There's a minimum distance to get there, which is here. Flank achieved, in range, perfect. That's annoying. You've actually stopped me from hitting the flamers. Well, I guess I can now kill you with the giant in recompense. You've given me the flank there. Get him out of harm's way. 3 units left for them, which is what? This, this, and this? Which is enough to hold me in place. I have 3 units. Do I? I only see 2 not yet used. This and this. Oh no, from this, look up, there's 3 of them. So they haven't moved, but they're not going to get anywhere annoying to stop me. So I can just do this now, I suppose. I'll have you. He'll come forward to there. I think that's his maximum movement, so let's just have you step back. Could do that and then use Unholy Vigor on my... I was going to say unuse Unholy Vigor on them to movement, but no, that was the wrong unit. I forgot that wasn't the one who had it. Okay. I'd love for you to come barreling up there to stop them, but I'm not going to be able to, so what I'll do instead... I don't know if I can put myself there safely because they're going to move to take up the space. Might just have to take a front charge with the... just to hold these in position, thereby allowing them to charge that. Do that just in case they get close enough to stop you. I don't think they will, but worth getting in their way if they try it. I can clearly see them there, and it doesn't get in the way of any other charges. Yeah, I just about got away with that. Good. Start reducing their numbers. They're only power, what, 3, so I'll be saving on 2+. I should be okay reanimate, not necessary yet, so just more damage. Just decreasing the amount of hits that are about to come into us. 6s, but re-rolling. Very good. Not bad with cruelty. I think that's fine. Or that one comes and didn't reach us. Excellent. That lets you get right over there to kill those. I can't leave them there though, because otherwise you'll get in the way of that charge. So I have to go up this far, which is slightly risky because I'm worried about that unit coming over here and intercepting me. I'll have to take the risk. There's not much I can do to stop it. If I go like the minimum distance, as long as I declare the charge with that unit first. No, I have to declare this charge first because then they'll move out of the way, making it possible for that charge to complete. So just make sure you aren't blocking their angle. Center, center, it's fine. Obviously, just a question of whether or not he reaches us. I'll angle this so that I can counter-charge them if I have to. Yeah, I saw that coming. They didn't get there. Excellent. Dead meat long rifles. Okay, I need you to hit this to... Well, they're going to end up charging you anyway, so I might as well just have you do this now. That's fine. And then do this first to get them out of the way. Well, they fit the charge anyway. You don't have to worry about it. It's just a case of making it easier for them to squeeze in. That is good. And then we're preemptively preparing things over here. You can flank those, which is good. Good. You'll come forward. Well, they'll come forward. They'll break and kill that in a turn, I suspect. And then they can just hit that immediately after. So don't worry about it. Yeah, that'll do. I have a lot more strength than the enemy on the field. I'm realising there's not much they can do to win this. Okay, I'm going to wait for that to move. You're going to come forward. Let's just stall with other units then. Unholy Vigor something. Sure. Perfect. I didn't even have to move them. They can just stand there and get the charge for free. In that case, the only thing, they've already moved and only gotten that far, so they're not a threat. You're just going to kill them and then push on to that. You might as well use nothing, because just stall and force them to move again. Flamers there didn't move. 3 units left, which is this. They have a character someone help, so that and that isn't gone yet, and that unit isn't gone yet. What have they left that isn't that one or that one? Well, regardless, I can just ignore this. You're going to come charging over this way. Start participating in the battle elsewhere. It was that unit. That makes no difference. Again, I'd love to somehow get the bat onto them, but if I can have the bats kill this one, that's fine. Perfect. Get up to there and one of those flamers. I don't think that stops you from reaching them. No, don't get out of the way. You've turned around. That's a dreadful idea. Get it? Dread. Show myself out. No, yeah, that's a free flank there. That unit hadn't moved yet. Oops, they caught the bats. Yeah, they flanked the bat and everything, so I'm going to have to flee. Okay, well done. You're taking the side charge there, no question. Oh, my bad. This is not exactly difficult, is it? There's a couple left. Don't roll too many ones. Wait. Oh, he Hex ruined me, you genius. Oh, that's dreadful. You made me so I was saving on much harder and actually took damage. Clever. You somehow lost a bat to long rifles. I don't care. I'm leaving it at 4 because that's perfectly viable at their scale. Can we defeat this in a turn? 2 wounds for Morbant, good start. 9 hits, probably not with its height. No, I don't think so. I do lose a wound. He might run. It's always 6 because it's fearless, so I can't break it. Oh no! Because it reoriented and survived, is it going to block the charge from my... That's incredibly unlucky if that's the case. That reorientation of the monstrosity may save the other unit from being near-charged. I don't know if I can fit there anymore. I can't! Damn, you got me. I can't do anything but flee these bats, because otherwise they'll just get chewed apart by the monstrosity. Yeah, time to go. You're also getting hit here. I could counter and just regenerate them later. I mean, why? Just drag them around. That's hassle, but never mind. You can get... I'll flame breath you as I fly away. Do I take the side charge? So you'll trundle forward fairly far. I can kill that, and then I'm not going to be able to get far enough to back charge it next turn anyway, so yeah, I might. Well, they're going to kill it. 1 wound is trivial, so that's also a waste. Maybe if I squeeze myself in there, I can just about catch it with Unholy Vigor charge range. It's worth a try. one wound off has saved the bat will fly straight off the field. I saw that coming. A whole load of mess happens. The only thing that scares me is them coming over and killing you, so what I should probably do is get you out of harm's way first. I could come over here, flame, and shoot them, and that would probably be enough to... I forgot to charge the flamers there. Okay, that's going to suck. I'm going to take a lot of damage because of that mistake. Sorry. I guess I should start at least mitigating their damage output now while I have the chance. From you, and then you could probably finish it with this, because it's 3 auto hits, forcing them to reroll. So unless they roll a double 6, they don't. They're all dead. Good start. You could charge that. There's not much point. I guess I could have you come over here and pretend to flank those. Oh, my poor zombie giant. Yeah, it's okay. You will chin it for now. And get out of the way and have your vengeance on them and me failing to remember to use you. That rally, that's hilarious. Can I have these already been hang on, activate this. They've already got Unholy Vigor on them. No, you can, someone kindly tell me you can do that. So if I get to here, now the assumption of course is that unit will be dead, so I'll have a much better line of sight about there, so I'll be able to see it, and my straight line gets me from there to there, which I think is good enough to catch them. Good, so I can kill him next turn with the Dread Knights. You don't rally, I don't care. You might as well splatter the unit now while you have the chance. They're running. If you run directly in the way, that's going to be unbelievably annoying. What can you do? You don't have Unholy Vigor yet, so let's put it on them. Start getting you around the side of these. Now, once this unit breaks and runs, they'll have to... Eventually I'll be able to recharge them with one of these two. I'm not going to be able to stop it. Back to back, very good. Yeah, can I do 1 wound? Not with the character. What we did 1 und precisely 1 wound. It works, but we took a shitload in exchange. Ouch. Okay, you're getting greatly animated. Lots of damage there. I do lose 1, which is a shame. That in. Are you joking? Oh, they moved... Why would they move sideways? Okay. Right, I'm not going to be able to... That's... Come on. How lucky is this Ratkin monstrosity? Right, I'll eventually get around you with something. I'll just leave it. He'll move here and I can probably get around him with something or just ignore him. I'm not going to charge this because I'd rather you be mobile. You turn that? Great. Did what we thought they'll do. They'll have to give one of these two a rear charge for free. You missed. Funny. The bats are free to move, just in case these rally. I guess I'll put them there. Rear charge them. So, you're going to come over here and ignore all of these units, so the rear charge is still on the cards here. I guess I would prefer you do it, to be honest. Just going to have you get out of the way. They can't move... Well, okay, I can get them there. How far up do I have to go to reach... Okay, can I have you... Hang on. Have you already got Unholy... No, you don't. So if I Unholy Vigor myself, I can get a bit more speed to get out of the way here. Good. There you go. I can probably squeeze through now. What are you hoping to achieve? I think you Hex of Ruin. So you Hex of Ruin that. Okay, great. So the one attack the Flames are going to get, I have a slightly better chance of wounding. Excellent decision making. Can I get through there? Nope. I'm going this way. I can't believe how annoying 2 Skulkers are being. Well, can I do this? Can I come over here and kill it, thereby making it possible for me to get... Yes, I can easily do that. Let's have you come over here. Get into burn range. I'm out of range of everyone for charge purposes, which is good. Get rid of them, please. Yay, now I can get through. And I'll go ahead and reanimate someone who took some damage, which I think is you for the most part. 3, excellent roll. My guy's back. They do rally. You're about to be batted. Bat beat rats, of course. Turn and kill. There. There's nothing that can possibly save you this time. I've got you. You're getting recharged. You'll eventually get recharged. I've almost accidentally positioned it that turn. Next time I'll do it. So I'll just have you come, I don't know, out this way to draw their attention. 2 hits, great job. No hits. Somehow didn't think that was the best use of Hex of Ruin. Die, you wretched creature. And then we might as well stick on these and show him his boss. You get your recharge there. You could take a side, but we can do even better than that. Use Deadly Strike, which I don't know if he'll be able to fight back in the wrong side of the team there, but we'll see if that works. Turn to face, how intimidating. So it's just this unit that's yet to move. Got all these units fair. You're just going to move kind of around, I guess. That's easy to flank. Very good. I appreciate your cooperation. Perfect. Now you could fly over there and kill him. Let's do this. Get around the side. Roast. 1 wound left. Okay, that's annoying. I can either reanimate now or use the spell to kill it. I think I can safely reanimate because I have enough strength such that there will be another turn. So let's kill it, and the next turn I'll put some wounds back on the zombie giant. Risk, it doesn't mean he's not going to be alive to take a Hail Mary shot and kill one of our knights, or take 2 wounds off the bone dragon. Can I kill this in a turn? 14 is pretty good. We're power 6. Yeah, it's easy. Do 8 wounds of their 6. And this should also be pretty trivial. Rats don't handle being recharged. Most things in the game don't handle being recharged particularly well, but low discipline rat can in particular struggle. We're here. Now, is that character with Deadly Strike going to get to fight me backwards here? No. Good. Also break. No chance. There you go. Nothing else for anyone else to do, really. I mean, you could recharge them, but why? If they keep running fine, if they rally, then I'll do something about it. Nope. Off they go. Now we can do this to get my 3 wounds back. Perfect roll. Go up to 7 at the end, so we basically took no damage. Just skip the rest. I mean, they might, in theory, hold here and pest you, so what I'll do is I'll move the bigger unit into position to recharge either of them. One wound from the character. Some damage. We need some, like, Curse Standard or Banner of Fury or something to help this one along. Everything in their army's broken, so that's it. Yeah, the last shop is probably going to be predominantly upgrades rather than... We can maybe buy 1 unit, but we have enough actual units. I'd rather they be more viable individually at this point. Doomscale is leveled. Crumble, replenishment, or wounds. I think I prefer the wounds. Rather, if we lose a combat... 7 wounds is honestly good, and I can probably regenerate myself. So I think the worst threat is actually losing a combat and getting a nasty crumble roll. So I think I'd actually rather this one in this case. And then you'll be full HP when you go to the camp anyway, so just take the gold. You'll get 2 heals at the campsite regardless, so you'll go up to 13, so just take the gold. You're maxed out. You'll heal to 3 at the camp, take the gold. You need all 3 of these, this and 2 campsite ones, to max out, so we're going to take this now. You'll get... I could go... or... So it depends what I'm not going to take the XP at the camp, so there's no point. So I'm going to go straight up to a max size 16 unit. So yeah, let's do that, and then 2 and then 2. Dread Knights need both again to get up to 7, and you'll heal to full anyway, so just take the gold. That's plenty to work with. Our final shop. There is another unit skeleton, and it's discounted. Well, if you're going to give it to me that easy game, I won't resist. There we go. Skill, obviously, because they're not going to be able to do anything without it. And unit size, perfect timing, so they'll go up to a decent sized unit immediately. And another one. Sadly, well, I can get 2 heals, can't I? So I can go all the way up to... If I give you the extra size, you can go up to 11, and I can make them 9 strong, which isn't bad. We get 2, yeah, that's workable. Good. Fantastic. Okay, upgrades. 494 to buy stuff you might have last. Buy the boulder. It's a low priority though, so... Hex of Ruin for you is amazing, but let's focus on actual units. Banner of Fury and Curse Standard, no-brainers. power and more attacks. You've got all of the things you want apparently, the Forsaken. Swiftness is good. Let's buy Curse Standards and Banners of Fury first. Okay, so we've bought them all now. So 344. Lance and Shield for you is just a straight upgrade because they don't have great weapons. I'll contemplate the Lance and Shield for the Dread Knights in a moment. May not benefit from them. So in character-wise, I can buy hit rolls and reroll miss rolls for 100 gold on Morbant to make him more useful. Potions of Power, I can spend 90. I can spend 190 up here on good stuff. Leaving me with 110, which should be enough for 75, 100. I could buy 3 of these banners, so no, leave the banners of mists at home. We don't need those, we just need swiftness. And then we're a melee army, we won't buy the rock, despite it is incredibly good. If you're playing your own campaign, buy the boulder throw quickly. It's great damage output for relatively easy to use on a fast using tough model, but we won't be taking it for our purposes. So no, I'd rather the banners of swiftness for movement. So swiftness, and that's 40 for the lance and shield, 140, 180, and then 230 for one of the potions of power. Yes, I think this works. So yeah, I'll do it. Let's go. We'll buff up Morbant here with +1 hit rolls and reroll attack, so he hits on only on 2s. The Hex of Ruin is just too good to pass up at this point. It's the best spell in the game, so go for it. Leaving with 90, so that's enough for a potion of power for Seraphina because she's an individual combatant. I'd rather want her than Morbant, leaving me with 40, which is enough for the Lance and Shield. Do we really want the Lance and Shield and the Blood Host? Yes, because almost all combats are ending in one turn, so you get your power when it matters, and you have your defense when it matters. So I think I prefer that to the great weapons for those. Alright, let's go to the last camp. Heal everyone max out. For those who take XP, might as well just get your level. So yeah, an extra attack, great. With all of your magic items, you can actually use it effectively now. 13 of 13 there, very good. Seraphina's also leveled. And you can instantly make Hex of Ruin, so Hex of Ruin, best spell in the game, reduce the defense of any unit by 3. We can immediately upgrade it to a Greater Ruin, also reduce their power. So -3 power and defense on an enemy unit is effectively synonymous with I'm turning that enemy unit off for a turn. They can't do anything. So yeah, that's a no-brainer. You aren't going to level, so just take your health. We're going to get 1, not 2, shame. You're maxed out, so don't worry about it. You aren't going to get there, so go to full size. I'm going to make a decision not to level you because there's going to be nothing of value in the last one, so just take your full-sized guys. You're fine as you are. You can go up to 9 as we planned, and you get your level. Hey, next to one of the zombie giant, which gets an attack. Fantastic, that's what I was hoping for. Move speed is cool, but going from 11 to 12 is kind of meh. I'm just using it as a brick wall anyway, so yeah, just hit things more effectively. Excellent, so almost max. Just a couple knights and a wound on Doomscale, but I can heal that with... Okay, here we go. There's my... Holy moly. That is outrageous. So I think, theoretically then, the largest unit size you can get for a Skeleton Knight is... Well, you could go down the Stronger Summons path. So there's 3 tiers to Stronger Summons. So 1 is just crumble resistance, 2 is movement, and then the last tier, as I understand it, gives you +10 to your total size of the unit. So you've got to... This is maxed out with standard unit size increases. So start with 5 and then go +3, +3, +3, so 9. Well, that should get you 14. I don't know how we got to 16. Right, okay, but then you get 10 more. How is that happening? You start at unit size of 5, +3 to 8, +3 to 11, +3 to 14. Where did the extra 2 guys come from? No idea. If somebody wants to let me know how that happened, I'd much appreciate it. I wasn't following on. Almost max size Dread Knights, that's pretty cool. I could stretch those out. Why am I not doing this? Come on. Yep, Morbant's got his Mega Force. I can't. That is incredible. I'm very lucky with our cav spawns, just getting all cavalry all the time. Ooh, that's pretty. A full regiment of nightmarish undead cavalry to face the final boss. World's Hope. That's the other. I haven't played this one. The other ones I've played is World End. So this is the goodie version of the final boss. I guess so. We're pretty evil. We are literally an undead onslaught at this point, aren't we? World's Hope is going to try and put a stop to us. So what? Humans, elves, dwarves, you suspect? How do we want to handle this then? Well, that's kind of annoying, so I guess I'll have you there to... You can't fly over it in a turn, especially with the extra guy, so maybe you can with 20 move, in case there's something back there you want to flank. You can dominate that for you. Flanking there. Flying units here would be smart because they can get over the impassable bit of terrain. I've got too much cavalry. I don't know where to put it all. It's it's blasphemous to say, but I literally can't. I could just about squeeze it all in one rank, but that's ridiculous. Like, what would be the point? I would prefer the zombie giant be in the center to hold, get in the way of things. Well, come. I can't. You're going to be useless there. You can't come around here. And this flank's already basically taken by all of this. It's not particularly helpful. You just about fit in there, like so. Sure, we'll give that a go. Right, so yes, it is. Now, is there any really nasty? There's one nasty Imperial cannon we want to deal with, but otherwise it's Forest Dragon, Rangers, so Northern Crossbows, the Inferno Cannon, which is a short-range flamethrower, high damaging but quite lacking in versatility. It can't move, it can't reach you. Dwarf forming with veterans, Foot Knights who have merged units with a squad of giants. Kind of cheating there, aye, but never mind. Rangers, so we want to get on that to kill it quickly. Deep Guard, we want to kill them quickly. Handgunners, annoying, and a Knight Commander flank up to what the Treants doing. So their ranged output is predominantly in these blocks, actually. We want to get that onto that. But let's just test this. I can pass a couple turns first. You're shooting into my... Oh, that's going to suck. I get a 2-up save though, so I can chin it for the most part. I'll probably fly you straight onto them, just have Seraphina and Doomscale beat them to death. If that was going to shoot at something, what would I want it to shoot at? Surely the zombie giant. So I'm just going to have you stick your neck out and get in the way and take the hit for us, please. I think there's kind of safe from their stuff, getting away from them. Yeah, they won't reach you, and you'll hopefully be the primary target to allow me to pass a bunch of turns. Do you want to just kill a dragon? I think you can pretty easily kill a dragon. We got there. I'm just going to stay sort of far away because it makes it harder for these to get in range and shoot us. They haven't got... I mean, they're already there. The only reason they wouldn't be is because of... I can't avoid it. They've got 2 good shots, so just move to there and hit them. We'll take a volley and probably lose a couple to this, but never mind. I can still fit there to reach you, that's no problem. Here we go, yeah. 2-up save though, because of the extra defense I got from the shields, because I have Lance and Shield. So I would have taken 1, 2, 3 wounds and lost the guy. Immediately proving its worth makes you more resilient against ranged output. I now have to go... Well, I'd love to just stick myself right there, which I don't think they can do anything to stop me, because they've moved all the other units. If I just do this, I can just about get there without being reached by their annoying melee. I might have to twist it so slightly. If I can't, or as far as I can just... there you go, piece of cake. The only flaw to this, if I do this before this moves, they could in theory try coming over and hitting me, which I think would be a bit pointless. They can't fit... No, they can't. They physically can't do it because they can't fit the regiment here to engage me. I'm safe. Yeah, we can ignore that and just stand here and... But I'm going to charge and kill them anyway, so I'd rather actually do ranged output damage while I have the chance, so take some wounds off the Treant. Or not, I guess. And yeah. Do I want to Hex of Ruin something? Not this turn. When I get into combat we can do that. So just shoot it. You get 3s, but I force you to reroll. Oh, okay, pass. Fail a save for me, please. Something moved somewhere? That didn't move at all. Probably this was the Inferno Cannon. Right, do I want to smash directly or into triads? So they're past skill 3 and skill 4. They'll get 1 attack each, so only 10 attacks. They're not fearless, so I think I could just run clean over them. Yep. Why are we messing around? We are cavalry and we have superior strength. Crush them. Charge through. They're going to come forward. Can I defeat? That's the exception. Dwarf veterans with a foreman. I would lose if I sent the Skeleton Knights into that, to be honest. I might be able to beat footmen, however. That's worth a try. Can I now put you over here and kill the... I can, but the cannon hasn't shot yet, so if I do that, it will end up killing me. Annoyingly, I think the cannon can't target my giant anymore, so it's going to hit my poor Skeleton Knights. Ouch. So they're going to take a load of damage. Fine, you're a fodder unit, it seems. I do that first and have them chin the cannon. Worst case scenario is I lose how many? I could lose 3 all in one go. Because it gets 1 to 3 hits, so there's lethal shots. Yeah, it doesn't have any rank, so I'm just checking because the final boss allows the units to have both magic items and ranks of things, so you need to be a bit careful with ignoring what they spawn with. War banner. Yeah, okay, so it's not going to have any rerolls or plus hits or anything. So 1 to 3, and then I'll lose 1. I've got 4 wounds. I'm hilarious. Now I might just stand there and take it. It can't do enough damage to stop me from killing it. I'm fine. That was the healthy one. Lucky that that's the healthy one. I deployed on a good side. You're just achieving nothing by moving to there. Not my concern. I'm going to move you into a position where I'm not going to charge into them, but presumably they'll come. Well, they can't fit is the issue. They've blocked themselves. Can't really do anything here. Do I just suicide slam into the veterans? So I'll win the initial round of combat, I suspect, because yeah, I'll go up to power 6. No banner of fury for this one, I'm afraid. So yeah, that would have made me power. And only power 5, so yeah, it wouldn't make any difference. So yeah, they'll be saving on 5-ups, equal skill, plenty of attacks. I can probably just hit them, but they'll be shield warded by the door foreman, so they'll be rerolling saves. And their fearless discipline 8's probably 9 with a rank, and they won't break. They're stuck because they're stuck behind their own guys. We're now just waiting for this to come forward so I can get past it. Should I just take it on with... Yeah, I'm just going to have the White Lord here smash into it. I guess I could have you fight the Deed Guard. The Deed Guard are pretty tough. Defense... Oh, they got nerfed. Only defense 4. It used to be defense 5 with Masterwork Armour. That's much easier to deal with. Okay, fine. What I'll do is I'll have you come... No, I kind of want to wait for them to step forward because it makes it much easier for me to get around here and hit other things. I need to get the centre of this facing to here so I can reach them. Currently, I could do this quite easily. I could get there into range. In fact, I'm already there. That's hilarious. So there, but that won't work because I'll try to make the charge and I'll just get stopped. So maybe about there-ish. Starts there, so here, here. I'll try to draw stuff. I think I can manage that. Canning in the bats, yeah. You do 2 wounds and don't kill. You do half a bat. Great job. You would have come forward. I was intentionally not putting these forward because I want him to come far enough such that I can fly him over. Realistically, I don't think it's happening. So I'm just going to have to accept I'm taking this charge head on. You further forward, so you're the primary target. I'll unholy vigor them to make sure you can't not be charged. There we go. They've given it to me for free. They've made it, given me pretty much exactly what I want. That wretched extra bat is making it harder for me to fit through, but eventually I'll get round here and flank the handgunners next turn. Alright, let's take a load of head-on charges. I want this one to happen first, so I can take the one I want. Good. You do this. Eliminate the annoying cannon. And you go straight into the dryads. Eventually I can probably get around those with something. What I can do is maybe send the giant into their side. They'll then waste their shield wall ability. They'll hold, of course, they'll turn, and then when they turn I can flank charge them with that in the next turn. That's a decent idea. Take on the Deep Guard and kill those for me. This is all good. Yeah, I'm happy with all of that. The only things not engaged are the guys who can't hit useful targets right now. So once that's dead, you'll just go straight into the Inferno Cannon next. You've moved to there, that's not too much of a hassle. What can you see? You'll be able to charge those later. There's a bunch of easy things we can do, like using our curse standards on the truly engaged units. They've used Wild Form himself, so it's the problem is he's a caster, so he's not particularly potent even with the upgrade. Do I want to use this now? Yes, because the only thing left after that is Dwarf Rangers, which you smash through, so... Well, does the dragon even survive? It's got 7 wounds at skill 5, equal skill, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 17 attacks. I'll get, what, 18, 9, 8.5 hits. It actually survives more for long, so yeah, let's just smash through it. Do I have the... No, I don't, still, no, not getting very lucky with getting Banners of Fury on these units. I don't know if Dread Knights can actually get them. It seems so, I haven't seen any pop up. You definitely want to curse standard now. Let's cut through. Giants have 2 wounds each, so there's 28 wounds of giants to blow through there. You have your own curse standard to use now. Go for it. And make something faster. Yeah, why not? Does this unit... Hang on. I can't check if that unit already has... It does not already have it. There you go. I hovered it. So, use Unholy Vigor. I'm trying to wait for this to move so I can flank around it without it shooting me to death. You can do stuff... Potion of... unfortunately, the Potion of Power's on that side, so I'm going to be forced to choose between it and useful spells. Who needs the most help? Who's in... You'll kill that, no problem. That's fine. Either these two, I suspect. So, I'm what, power 4, 5, 6 on the charge, which is pretty good. Their defense 4, so they'll be saving from 5s, which will increase to 4+ because of Masterwork armor. That's probably not enough to change the outcome. So I don't think I need it there. I think Hexer would be best over here. We can just cripple them and smash through them in a turn. Greater Ruin, rather. There you go, they're now helpless. They'll die to a man. They've wasted their turn, which makes it very easy to get around here and hit them in the back. I'm going to hit him. I can't really stop you, I'll be honest. The only option I would have to put a stop to it is by doing this. Well, presumably the Dryads will die, break and run, and I can just charge them. The reason why that probably doesn't work is that they'll be closer to me, so he'll declare his charge first, and then I won't be able to intercept because I'm further away. So this is the only way to save that unit by engaging the knights. They're using Furious Charge themselves, that is irrelevant, so I guess I'll just have you stall then, because we're not going to be able to take those on for a while. Here we go. Finrod misses every time. Brilliant work. Startail hits twice. There's a wound. Still get all my attacks. 11 hits, which is about right. Yep, he survived even with Curse Standard. Yeah, with 1 wound left to be fair. Okay, so you're dead next turn. Over here, okay, here we go. Morbant versus Lord Aldrich. But I have 6 attacks now, which isn't bad. He benefits from the Curse Standard of the unit. That's nice to know. 3s, but re-rolling because of the True Strike. All 6. He takes 4 wounds and dies instantly. Hits back. He gets his 3 hits, but I'm defense 6, so no damage. And then the unit itself, Morbant's Horde, that's appropriately named. Does 12 wounds. Wow. They hit back, getting a decent number of damage, but they're only power 1 now, so they don't take nearly as much damage as otherwise would, and they've had enough. Yeah, my cavalry is just going to rinse their cavalry. Damage, break and run so I can kill this one. Good start. You're next. Here we go. So 18 attacks on the Dryads. My biggest 15 wounds. 7 hits back. I'm defense 5, so you lose 1. Even discipline 10 isn't going to help you there. I guess I'm recharging. Oh, they've saved him from being... Wow, okay. So if I gamed that out in my mind correctly, I could have anticipated that they'll break, run, not phase through, as the AI likes to do, but instead get stuck there, block the charge, and I could just ignore them. That's pretty difficult to game out in your mind in advance. Only 3 wounds, ouch, that's kind of bad. Take 1 back so I'll win. Okay, so this is going to take a while. I guess you're getting Hex of Ruin next turn. Is Seraphina. Killing 2 of them, and then Doomscale. Putting it on his shift, 1 wound back. You're dead. You're dead. Other things, I could recharge those again and just continue the chain. And then maybe, yeah, why not? Because you're now free to not be bothered by that unit, so just keep killing them. You can't reach to fit in base contact there, so don't worry about that. And you're not going to take them head on. I could side charge that unit now and maybe just break it morale. If I stand there though, they'll probably turn around to face me, which would be convenient for hitting them, so I'm just going to ignore them, honestly. Oh, and once that's dead, you can then flank the Dwarven Rangers. What an amazing unit of bats. Getting up to 4 wounds is so good. You're trying to face this. I don't particularly care. Oh, they're going to get out the way if they don't rally. But it's kind of hard for me to participate because I can't actually fit in there to help out anymore. So I just have to hope somebody breaks and gets out the way. Just be standing there ready to hit something. You're using Wild Form on yourself. I don't think that'll change the outcome somehow, I'm afraid. They turns just enough though it's a front charge. Fair enough. Maybe I can hit them with the Knights instead. Nope, they're insistent on engaging you and you alone. Okay, well, I'll just do this instead. Come here and recharge them. Force them to turn around. You're going to do that. I knew that was coming. I can just recharge them with Seraphina in a moment. I don't care at all about the Triad, so just in case the Rangers are likely to rally. So I'm instead going to do a lot of damage to them before they do. And they have a Banner of Mist, making it hard to hit them. And then do I want to... Yes, I want to Greater Ruin these, because they're apparently quite annoying to get through. Come over here. Someone will deal with the Treant for me, surely. Yeah, they're almost guaranteed to rally. Still have a unit left, that's you. Just stand there and wait, because eventually this unit will turn around and be free to be flanked. These also rally, somebody will be there to deal with that, surely. Another one goes, and dead. We needed a single wound. We lost, which is hilarious. Okay, we kill a whole load more because of the Greater Ruin making them, but they hold because of their Banner of Valor. Well done. Here, not amazing damage output in the bat still, but enough to, it's enough to defeat the backline squishy stuff that we're going to be targeting them into, so it gets a point where you don't need any more. They're viable in the way you want to use them, so good enough, bats. The kings of getting B pluses on all your assignments. Right, I've also had enough. Right, what can I actually do in this mess to declare charges? You can flank this or this or this. You can get onto those, which would be nice. The problem is he can of course charge this, and it's going to be a flank, and I can't even intercept him, so I need someone to... You still can't fit there, that's annoying. Which means you're not going to be able to hit him because they'll stop you, probably. I'll try and lock you in place. I don't know if I can... Yes, okay. So you'll turn around and engage them. Kill those for me, would you? Free that up. Free that up. And, yeah, take the flank there. You can come over and do something more useful elsewhere. You are stuck because I can't fit. I suspect that's going to be a bit of a theme with an army once you get to this size, not being able to fit these ridiculous skeleton knight units in where you want them. Now you shield wall as they always do. Stand there and wait for them to turn around. You're going to turn and face me if you want. I guess I have to allow them to charge me because I can't legally fit there. Can't do anything to stop it. I don't actually have Unholy Vigor on the unit, so I might as well just use it on myself. And if this unit breaks, you can charge them. I don't really have anything to do. Trying to move on. If the charge took place here, because we'll meet in the middle, then I could see it, in theory, benefit from charging them like that. But again, I don't think it will legally allow me to declare the counter. Oh well, I'm happy to beat them even if I don't charge. Right, spells or upgrades. I'm not Unholy Vigor, so if you want to reanimate something, maybe later. I'll use this turn, because it's important we do a lot of damage as much as possible and break them before we turn around. They rallied. Cool, whatever. Guess they've got your name in it. You can come over there and kill those. Get over this unit. Where's my charge radius? There it is. Okay, so I can easily reach their flank and go kill them. They also rallied. I didn't care about that. Although I would have to flank them with something to stop them from hitting skeleton knights. Are 3 Dryads going to beat skeleton knights? Well, they win run around of combat and then die in the next. So yeah, don't worry about it. Here, still hitting deep guard. Draw of all things, or Dread Knights. We're just here to tie this in place. It won't run, it's got... Wow. Okay, way to prove me wrong. I was going to say it's discipline 10 fearless. It basically never runs away, but roll an 11. Fine. Treants, old and wise enough to know that this battle is going terribly and it's time to go. Yeah, even their banner of Valor won't allow them to hold on to those conditions. You're just thrown in here to try and you can do any damage against the silly reroll, but a 13 on discipline. Wow. Now we can recharge them. Whenever you encounter a dwarf foreman like that, you've always got to play around its shield wall ability. Usually involves either simultaneously engaging it from 2 flanks and locking it in place, or 1 to intentionally kind of throw a unit in there just to stick them. I can counter because I can now fit there. Because I lost enough knights, I think there are enough of them dead for me to squeeze in. Good. Cool. You can't hit that, which is annoying. Guess I'll just take that instead. No, that's so silly. It's probably better to not take 10 shots than 6 attacks on Dryad. Actually, just keep killing those. I'd rather you deal with the Treant, which is almost guaranteed to rally, so shame you can't fit there and do anything. Oh, you can oh wow, we can absolutely hammer this poor one. Great, kill him. Yeah, that'll do. Oh no, we've been outpositioned. Whatever shall we do? Double You ancient willow bloom here, really not interested in participating in this battle. I'm not playing, I'm going home. They'll come back though, the foot knights, but presumably I can easily counter them with something over here, so put back a couple of these beleaguered dread knights. Start getting those back on. Eventually they'll win against the deep guard. Otherwise, yeah, just recharge this again. And now the Treant has merged with my units. Interesting. One more. Okay. We won combat this time. Slowly. 2 units that are predominantly durable then. So this is the one downside to my using the... Yeah, you're going to take a lot of... Well, the reroll allows it to tank. And then hopefully we do enough damage to break their morale. And oh no, they're... Irritatingly, they're dwarf veterans. So I'm just going to have to sit here and slowly pummel them to death. They'll never run. Well, I say that, I am saying this never run thing quite a bit. It's not necessarily true, as we've seen. You can't turn around for some reason. I think they can't fit for all the other units, maybe, what's happening. Or that Treant merging into me has made it so I can't turn. That may be what's occurring. Yeah, they get wiped, pretty much. Off you go. This won't exactly be difficult either. Whee! Still on the field. What options have we got? You can kill those. Yeah, recharge this, finally get this off of me. There's nothing I can do about the Treant. Performing the fusion dance in all 3 of these units. Now you rally. Okay, great. I'm just going to leave it and just see what the AI does. Whether or not it can legally move in that position. More reinforcing to do. I could put back a few more Dread Knights. I would prefer that unit go back up to its grand size. There you go. Cool. You can move to, in theory, free yourself from this mess. Not in any direction that will actually get you out, though, I'm afraid. There you go, free. Hooray. And then well, they rallied, so I guess you can just come forward and turn. I cannot move at all. Wow, I literally can't move. I can't move forward, I can't move back. Look, and I'm going to grab this and try and twist. That's all I've got. If I do this and try and move, no. If I do the other side, try and move. Somehow I'm slowly oh, I see I'm fused with their unit. Wow, if I just go back and forward like this, I can slowly and surely move further and further into their Imperial handgunners. What is going on? Oh, this is great. Oh, Leah, look at this. Eventually I'll hit that wall, surely. Oh no, I'm not legally allowed to actually declare this movement. Oh, I can't put it down. I could do the shimmy, but it's not going to let me put there. I just keep right-clicking and left-clicking furiously to see if it will allow me to... No, you just get back to the start and that's it. Okay, we're done. They're also in me, I think, is what's causing the problem. So we're having a bit of a mapping issues, it would seem. We are held in place by a single bronze shield breaker. The deep guard there, being a bit of a nuisance. Yeah, squash a few more. Miss a load of attacks, take a wound. We win. They're unlikely to fail discipline, so well, they tried really hard, but they still managed it. Can we turn around now? Hey, we can draw so we don't take a bunch of damage. Nope, we're still stuck in a Treant. This might turn around and start pummeling Seraphina. Yeah, they have their reroll, which... No, okay, they still flubbed it. Seraphina there, taking exception to foot knights. Real knights don't walk around on foot. You're obviously mistaken. I guess you could charge into that. Hey, they've been popped out. Great. Maybe you can finally turn around and kill the dryads. Not much else to do. Oh no! Please don't shoot my guys. No damage. Who wants the honour and glory? Well, I think that'll hit. To be fair, you've had a very rough time of it, Dread Knight, so I'll let you turn around and kill them. You can't even move. What on earth? Oh, because you're still wedged in combat, of course. I completely forgot. It kind of blended into the background there. Our bronze shield breaker there, sticking them all in place. So never mind, you'll do it if you can even fit. Can't fit. There's too many guys. Never mind. And we'll kill a couple more at range and then charge in again. So hits at power 5 is pretty good. And they have to reroll their saves. Just take all 3 down to a rank. And the bats are just gonna bat. And they can charge them maybe if all else fails. Yep. You are already dead. You will feel slight discomfort followed by death. No damage to me. 2 wounds to you. 4 hits. No damage to me. Yeah, the zombie giant was a good choice for the tanking unit because they're just... The dwarf veterans are tough as well, but they don't really have great output, so they're just going to keep bouncing off me every turn. Slowly but... Oh, we lost, so we take crumble damage. That's annoying. Yay, we can finally turn around and wipe the unit. Good damage to this turn. We're going to suck in the subsequent turns, but I think I've done enough so I can... Yeah, I can do 1 this turn. I didn't fail a single save. Okay, so you can continue hitting these. You can easily finish those. Nothing else to do. Yeah, all clear. This game is over at this point, so Unholy Vigor for moral support purposes. These 3 units don't need to worry about doing anything. Really a question of how many things we kill now. So he's re-rolling because of True Strike, but he gets countered by my Putrid Stench, so he finally did enough to kill the giant now. They got him. They take 3 more wounds for the trouble. This is important for combat res. Okay, so the unit's dead, but the foreman will hold. But he would then subsequently be defeated, so I'm pretty sure we'd win that one. They're dead, yeah. Can I do 1 wound to a tree ant? 13 is more than good enough. Yeah, okay, well, got him. Here's an extra one. You're all dead as well. And then over here, I think a couple foot knights will survive more often than not. Yeah. Seems they're going to be left with 3 very, very brave foot knights, the sentinels there, and the dwarf foreman. Yeah, this is slightly, ever so slightly overkill. We're conscripting you to the ranks of the undead. Bloodlust. Complete the campaign harvest difficulty with the Vampire Knight. We've emptied the tombs, and their occupants are angry. And quite good at riding horses, it seems. Well done, Seraphina. You've conquered the campaign. So yeah, not much, so we didn't obviously go max out on battle, so... And I spent a lot of time healing guys to keep the squads at full size. So it goes to show you can get something like, I think we had over 3,000 there or thereabouts last time, so you can get more gold. But you don't need to min-max your gold income throughout the campaign to succeed. You can think more about replenishment if you want. Who did the best? Probably that starting unit of Skeleton Knights. It's not that one. 151 for Doomscar is pretty good. Tonight, 218 for the starting Dread Knights is excellent. 204. The Dread Knights took it. Very good. They actually pipped them to the post. No. Yep. I don't know. Unfortunately, all the kills that you would get from the final battle aren't counted. So if somebody wants a true understanding of who won that, go back and have a look at those 2 regiments and add up their kills from that final confrontation. If the Grimwalkers there did 15 or more, then Forsaken Regiment, then they actually won. But currently we'll give the gold medal to the Dread Knights, which is fair enough. You're more the tank. You see, this is what I mean. They obviously got some kills, but it counts as 0. There you go. Vampire Knight Cavalry Melee Campaign complete. We've done it. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. If you have any notes on what characters or armies you'd like to see for the next max difficulty run, then please do let me know. We've got a huge number of choices. We haven't even touched the DLC ones yet, and we still haven't cleared out some of the bigger ones for the friendly baseline faction as well. So lots to choose from. If there's a particular kind of theme or idea that you'd like to see for a Basic Subs army, that's a good idea too. I'll take any feedback on board. I take the time to stop and read all the comments, so if you leave something there, it will be left. If you do enjoy, do please like and subscribe. It massively helps out the channel. I do appreciate it. Or if you just want to chat with me and others down in the comments, that's great too. Thank you very much. I do hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.